and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.
Yeah, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talks with Todd. I'm your host, B Todd, man, and we about to have a great episode. Got Telly on the ones and twos. What's up, Telly?
Hey y'all.
Got my boy Jack in the building. Got my guy Mel in the building.
What
Remote.
up, though?
How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, man. Just
Great,
having a
great,
little
great.
off the mic conversation.
Oh, good. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, man, did y'all get a chance to? Both of y'all, did y'all get a chance to listen to AZ?
Yes,
Do or
sir.
Die
I know
3?
you. I knew you was hype about this. I would have heard you was hype about
I
this.
only
Yeah,
listen. I
definitely.
like the album. I'm not sure if I like it better than Do or Die 2, but I do like it. I do like the sound. He sounds how he's supposed to sound. It's a lot of rappers that are in their 50s that are trying to sound like the younger generation. He sounds exactly where he needs to be as an elder statesman that's still doing it. Like the sound in general, just the music, it sounded real like classy. You know what I'm saying? I like the way that he
Yeah.
rapped. I like the way that he brought back certain things like Steel Jackie. I like the original version, but I like what he did with this one. It's like he
hmm
updated some stuff.
Yeah.
My only gripe with that entire album really is the song with Jadakiss, "Give Me the World Too." Really is, and that's only
Oh, I like
because
that.
I know. Listen, I like it. Love the beat. I hate that Kiss did not have a verse. That's my only
Oh,
problem.
okay.
That's it. Cause when the last
Yeah.
you ain't never heard a song with Jadakiss and AZ. So why
No.
would you? You know, my thing is, why would you waste a verse? Like that's Jadakiss and you. Like, come on. And
Yeah.
y'all from two different generations. So I would have loved to hear a verse between them two.
They from the same generation, brother.
Yeah, they practically from the same
Kind of.
generation.
Well, yeah, you're right. Kind of. Cause
95,
you know
like
what?
95, 97.
Yeah,
That's
they
You
right.
did.
right.
Cause
You
remember
right.
they was on Bad Boy.
Right. So yeah. You know what? I be forgetting that the locks was on Bad Boy first. I be skipping
Yeah.
straight to Rough Riders locks. So you're right. They are from the same generation. But yeah, I would have loved to hear them on the song together. But go ahead, Mel.
Um, I think it's really polished.
Mm-hmm.
Like the production is crazy. Mike and Keys went stupid on there, especially on uniqueness. I love it. If I had that beat, I might try my hand at rapping again. That beat is fire to me.
Yeah.
Mike and Keys did their thing on their static selector. I think these are like right in his pocket as far as production. He didn't try to do too much, but he had people that are super polished right now as far as like beats going. Mike and Keys are doing their thing and they stand in that same pocket. So the production is crazy to me. I love Give Me the World. I like Jadakiss on this version because it sounds more polished.
I
It
get it.
sounds more professional. It sounds
His voice is
like
better than Nas's.
yeah, it sounds more polished on there.
Yeah.
Uh I like So High. I love the Steel Jackie, the concept of revisiting that. And it kind of made me think about like how like if Do or Die One came out in '95 and you still talk about women doing the same thing, like
Right.
might might be time we as a community or women as a community might have to start switching some stuff up because everybody talking about the same thing. Y'all doing the same stuff, money chasing, and I like that. I like, of course, Nas and him went on there. I think it was predictable. I think they could have probably did something a little different, but I
Yeah.
think it's what we've come to expect from AZ and Nas. With surprise, that was cool. The standout was Winners Win. I just love like him and his son going back and
Yeah.
forth. The game that he was giving his son, like and his son being receptive to it, and you know what I'm saying. They just like I like that. I like to see the younger generation be receptive to maybe the older, even if it is your dad. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, I hear what you're saying, pops. I see what you've done. I'm taking your lead on this. Let's go get this money. That's what they said at the end. But it's a solid project, man. It's something you could definitely throw on and ride to. 30 minute. It's not too long. It's concise.
Yeah.
So if you're taking a little short ride somewhere through the city, you gotta jump on the E-way real quick By the time you jump on the E-way and jump off, get to your destination, you either halfway there or all the way through the album. So I love it.
Yeah, I love the project too, man. What about you, Jack?
I thought it was straight through, start to finish. It was dope. Um, I love how, like Mel said, I love how he was collaborating with his son, and that kind of hit home for me because I did a collaboration with my teenage son last summer, and that
Hmm.
was the only time that I can recall that I actually had fun on the microphone. Like
Mm.
other than back in the day when we used to rock on the mic, like this is the only time I had fun was with my sons. So, and I was listening to it with my sons, like
Hmm.
because my son got an old ear, so he loved the Firm album, he
Mm.
loved Nas, he loved all that older stuff, right? And so for him to hear this new AZ album, and he was like, "Nah, turn that one back on." And it's funny because when I seen the track list, I seen no Need for Lactose. And I'm like, ooh, we about to talk that shit.
Yep.
And that just so happened to be the song that my son said, hey, start that one back over, Dad. Because he liked lyricism, he liked wordplay, he liked that kind of stuff. So he was like, damn, Dad, turn that one back on. And just it was just crazy, just a start to finish album. You don't hear that no more these days. Dudes don't make that. If the source rating was still around, it'd be at least a 4.5, 5 Micah
Oh
at
yeah,
minimum.
yeah. I agree. I agree, man. I love the album, man. I'm glad y'all listened to it and y'all had a great experience with it too, man. Because I was he to me he's still one of the most underrated rappers in the game, and to for him to still be rapping, and he still is looked at as one of the best lyricists, but he again slept on because he went independent, and a lot of people don't understand when you go from major to independent. Sometimes a lot of your music can could be unheard. A
Get
lot of people
lost,
didn't
yeah.
know that he got more albums than just the Do or Die,
Hmm.
trilogy or anything else. Like he got a lot of albums. I think this made it. I could be wrong, but this might have been his 12th album. Might have been his 12th album. So a lot of people don't even know that he dropped that many albums. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, this it was dope, man. What about Chris Brown? Did y'all check out that Chris Brown?
Mm. I wasted 3 hours of my life in Chris Brown, and I'm really upset. I gave it. It's an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 37 minutes,
Okay.
and I listened to it twice because I thought that I was hurt. I actually listened to it once on Spotify, and I went to Apple Music and thought maybe it'd be different on there.
Yeah,
It
because sometimes the
it
track
wasn't.
that they will switch up some tracks on one of them. So yeah, you right.
It was. Listen, I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown got to stop making these 27, 40, 50 track albums. It's over, buddy. Like like the shock value for it. I get what you were trying to do, but you should only do that once or twice because this album really shows that we're missing A&Rs. The
Mm.
industry is missing the A&R. We're missing that because when you put 27 songs on the track, I mean on the album, and it's top heavy, it's really top heavy. Like the first 4 or 5 songs are good. They sound like they could be singles, like they were going for a single type of vibe,
Right.
but they kind of fell short. Leave Me Alone is the first song on the album, and it's Metro produced. It's produced by Metro Boomin. It's great music and great instrumentation, but the lyrics and the rest of the song kind of fall flat. And I hate that for Metro because it's a good sounding piece of music, but the lyrics on top of it really didn't hit. And I think it's like 5 minutes, 6 minutes of him saying, I don't like the way the industry treats me and all this. And it's not really that good. I don't think it did what he wanted it to do. You got Obvious, Honey Pack, and It Depends. These are good songs. They could have been singles. It Depends is the TikTok joint. The I know you well. That joint with him and Bryson
Right.
Tiller, which is cool. Honey Pack is cool if you in the bedroom, you trying to get your shit off. It's a good song. Falling Leon Thomas. It's a good song. It sounds like it could have been like on a Sinners movie or soundtrack. I like that vibe. It's kind of got like a bluesy juke joint kind of vibe to it, and it's a good song. It's a little long for my taste, but
It's
it's a
cool.
good song. I
Yeah.
love Leon, so and Leon really can't do no wrong. I think the only problem with the song is it's just a little too long. But he had features with Lucky Day, Friday, and they fell short, man. And Lucky Day is a great vocalist on there. His vocals sound good. It's just the song's not good.
Got you.
Friday, the song with Friday's not good. He did a song with NBA YoungBoy called Red Rum. That song's good, but NBA YoungBoy is terrible on there. I think we need to. I think we need to get rid of Sexy Red. It's over. She had her run. It's over. Quit. Please
Yeah.
quit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Give
I'm so tired of the way she rap. It sounds
Yeah.
horrible.
She has a song in there with her. It's like a good beat. I think it's Take Key on the beat. Take Key for whoever it is. What he's that producer. He had it has him, Sexy Red, and Glorilla on the song, and it goes from all right to bad quick, terrible quick actually. Because Glorilla wasn't that good on there either. But Sexy Red proved that her time is up. She had her time in the game, and she need to go ahead and hang it up. I'm sorry.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Uh,
But what I did gather is Chris Brown probably has the best B side collection in R&B.
I can
He
agree
has a
with you on that.
lot of great B side songs,
Yeah, I can agree with
filler
you on that.
songs.
I could definitely
But
agree with you on that.
this album definitely needed an A&R. It's too many songs. It needs to be more concise. And Chris Brown has to stop doing them 27, 40, 30 song albums. It's over.
Got
Shock
you.
value was cool for the first couple, but it's over.
I got you. Jack, what about you, man?
I didn't listen.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
Miss it.
yeah. Me ting was on the rag. Me had no time for a Chris Brown album.
got you. Um, I don't like I don't like the all those damn songs either. I really don't. And honestly, he got a few good songs on there that I could take off of the album, put it to add it to a playlist.
Hmm. Yeah.
But for the most part, I do like what I do love about the album is that he tried to go in a different direction with the music, with his sound. I'm glad that
Hmm.
he did that. A lot of people don't like that he did that. A lot of people just want to hear a 40 some odd long album or 40 song long album with nothing but slaps. That's not. I don't want to hear
It's
slaps all the time.
impossible.
Yeah, so I do like that he tried to go in a different direction. I like the song with Leon Thomas, but it sounded more like a song for Leon Thomas.
Yeah.
But
What if he did like when we discussed Cole album? I didn't listen to it, but when we discussed it, I told you if he had broke them songs down into like four smaller projects, would it have been better?
yeah,
No.
I think it would have been better as far as not even four small projects. It'd have just
Just
been better if he
one.
could, yeah, just one project, chop that shit down to anywhere between 12 and 14 tracks, and you good
Yeah. Great.
for real. Like that's
Because
what he
you
should have
have
did.
But what's really missing for real, like I said, A&R, because the arrangement of the songs makes the album seem like a collection of songs. You got the song on there with Tank, that's great. It's at the very bottom, in between a whole lot of bullshit, and it's like in order to get to that song, you got to get through a whole lot of like mediocrity, and like I said, just miss the A&R, man. It's somebody who can arrange albums. When I think of like great R&B albums, you go back to like the Drew Hills. They had filler songs on these albums, but they also made sure they placed the hits
Got you.
right where they needed to be. Like you got a hit at the top, then you got maybe like a good song, but not really a single. Right after that, then you got a couple fillers, then you got another single, then you got some more filler, then you got another single and something maybe like an outro to take you out. It's just missing somebody to say, you know what, this is where we need to place these songs. The song placement was terrible, horrible. It was top heavy, like I said. Once you get to the first five songs, You don't really need to listen to the rest. You done
Well,
heard everything.
well, okay. In defense of it, I'm a devilishly advocate on this one.
Hmm.
I think why it's the way it is because we got they still got a business to run, and they still got to get this to the listener, and the listeners ain't listening to no whole album no more. The way that we sat here really listening to it, you got to think we're music epicureans in comparison to the average listener these days. They only listening to one or two songs from an artist and
Yeah.
moving on. So when it come to this, um, a whole project has to be kind of marketed different. And I don't think that, and I think this is another reason why, back to the conversation we was having last week about the plantation is burning down and no one knows what to do. And I think this is another sign of no, they out of ideas because
Sometimes
because
it's
it,
cool to just stay the course too, though. To do
well
it's sometimes it's cool to just do what works
well that
instead
didn't
of
it that ain't working now because it's running the budget up too high, right? They running the
that's gonna
budget
save
up
money.
and then they struggling and they scraping for pennies. Let's just keep it all the way honest here. We here to talk about everybody needs to shut the fuck up and rap. Yeah, they do, because you shaking a change jar now. It don't matter how big of an artist you are, nigga, you out here shaking a change jar for fractions of a penny per play. So you gotta shut the fuck up and keep making music. You gotta keep their feet tapping, like Andre 3000 said back in the day. So they ran out of ideas because technology has tightened the margins so tight that these major labels can't be running the budget up like this with all this A&R personnel, all of this making these projects sound a certain way, especially for listeners who only listening to they only want to listen to 2 minutes of a song.
Hmm.
Like I'm actually talking to A&Rs. I'm actually talking to these execs sometime, and I'm third person with some of my homies because I don't even like these kinds of people. And the formula is we want to hear a chorus, the song, and another chorus in the first minute of the song. Now
Yeah.
that's the new song formula. You can't get that whole project feel off on no listeners if you trying to crunch the first verse, the two choruses in the first minute. So the songs got to be way faster, way catchier. They trying to make it go viral. This is why they saying you got to have 30,000 followers for the labels to even talk to you because they trying to make you blow and go viral. It's a data run now. So as the industry is shifting, we as old heads who really like music, we're hearing this and we got these complaints because everything getting watered down. So there are A&Rs, but they're not focusing on projects. They're focusing on the 360 aspect where they want to say, hey, we need you to sell these shirts. We need you to sell these meet and greets. We need to sell these $1,300 meet and greets. The music is so secondary now. That's why I think a lot of people need to shut the fuck up and make their shit. Shut the fuck up and make your music because y'all it's so watered down now. We're not even getting the product that we really want from you. We're not even getting what you're popular for because y'all watering it down and y'all doing too much.
Well, I got a question for both of you guys.
What's up?
What's the last album? What's the what's is there any albums within the last year from last May to this May that y'all spun back, like y'all put on repeat? Is there
I'll
any
answer that.
albums?
I'll answer that first because it's quick and it's gonna be out the way. Brother, I've been on full time artist mode, so I haven't been listening to a goddamn thing. Like nothing. Only thing I've been listening to outside of the projects I'm working on is my homies projects that I'm doing mixing for. Other than that, I'm out the game on that one because I
Yeah,
can't. I don't have the capacity to. So go
yeah,
ahead,
you
V.
would. You ain't missing nothing. That's for sure.
From you said from last May to this May.
Is there any
Uh,
albums you got on repeat?
I don't know when the Wale album drop. I know it was
That's
last
one.
year. It
Yeah,
wasn't. I
that's
know it
one.
wasn't in May. It wasn't in
It
May
was
though.
in
But
October.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm
So
saying within the last year, you got
I've
that's
had that on
Wale.
re I've had that on repeat. I've had I think Brent Fires dropped this year. I've had Nas album on repeat, the with DJ Premier, and before that, the other albums that came before that album. I've
Yeah.
had Ghostface album on repeat. Who else? Somebody else that dropped last year that I listened to. Oh, the last Chris Brown album that dropped, I've had that on repeat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's. I find it hard pressed to find an album that I can go back to, and which everything is a lot is the only thing that comes to mind for me personally. Like, and the Nas and DJ Premier, or
Oh
in the
yeah,
clips.
thanks Yusuf Clips. Yeah, he
Yeah, the
been your clip.
clips.
Yeah, Clips another one.
Yeah, but other than that, bro, we're struggling like to
Yeah.
find anything with any replay value. And a lot of those albums that you missed or and mentioned is on mass appeal or they're not mainstream. So it's
True.
like, bro, like we're struggling as consumers to find albums that we can really take in and consume. And I praises to I'm sending my praises to Wale because he did what he managed to kind of like do both, like to kind of give the consumers what they wanted, like the newer age consumers give them what they wanted, but also feed the older his older fans too,
Yeah.
because like to have an album that you can have replay value is rare in this time. Like it's hard to find it. And Chris Brown, I'm kind of disappointed with the Chris Brown project because you're about to go on tour
With Usher of all people. So
with
yeah.
Usher. So you about to go on tour. You drop this album 2 months before you go on tour, maybe less than that. I think you start in Detroit. Actually, they start in Detroit in the first week of July. But like, you made this album, and it's like, man, you probably got 3 or 4 songs on this album that you could probably sing on this tour. You can't really promote this album on tour because it's not that great. You probably won't sing none of these songs.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it depends with Bryson Tiller or the other song with Leon, but that's probably it.
yeah. I agree.
I mean,
Well,
he don't have to. I mean,
No, he
bro,
don't have to.
for
He got a catalog of great
yeah,
hits.
greats.
He don't have to.
and that's the thing. He got a catalog and a crazy fan base, so he
Mm-hmm.
don't have to really. He don't
Yeah.
really have to do all that, and that's the way they got the game set up now. If you got a crazy fan base, you could just rubber baby buggy bumpers, and your fan base is gonna eat it up, and that's what they're banking on because they're out of ideas.
Yeah.
I do, like you say, the game in a sad place because the industry in a bad place. The whole entertainment industry is in a bad place. Look at that Kevin Hart roast.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
I wouldn't say. Look. I'm not
That
gonna
was
say it
different.
was terrible. I'm not gonna say it was terrible. It was what it is. The veil is being lifted off. Y'all gotta realize that the entertainment industry is one of the most racist places in the world. And you have to respect the fact that television is a Nazi invention to begin with. Adolf Hitler was the very first person on live television.
Hmm.
And so you think that the mind games or whatever propaganda that they were
Yeah, yeah,
running
yeah.
through the television ever stopped? So when you see people on television, the whole game is to feed into people's prejudices and sell them their prejudices better than trying to actually give them education or give them something that's going to help them. They're in the business of making money. So I think now that the veil is off, I think what everybody is seeing is, I think it's the utter shock that, wait a minute, this stuff wasn't cool like this? No, it never was cool. If you just put the TV on mute and watch, most of it is very degrading if you're just watching body language, watching how people doing things, watching the setup, watching the attire. You can sit here and see every stereotype of every type of person being exploited on every single program. And it's not just the stereotypes of us as black folks, it's the stereotypes of everybody. So when we sit here and watch this and we get in shock, like, wow, this ain't funny because they really hitting below the belt. No, the veil is just off. They're struggling. They're out of ideas. They needed that shock value to have a conversation going to get people watching because ain't nobody watching nothing. The
Hey,
luster is starting to wear off.
speaking of that stand up, who do y'all think got it the worst that night of that show?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, they went at Chelsea kind of hard.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it was some. They had some good jokes towards her, but then I was listening to a pod earlier, and they were saying that my girl, what's my girl name with the fro? I forgot her name that fast.
Oh, Cheryl
Cheryl
Underwood.
Underwood.
Cheryl.
Yeah, they
Cheryl
did
Underwood.
get on.
Thank you.
They went on
So-
Cheryl crazy too.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
they was going crazy on her too, but like I couldn't tell who was getting it the worst, whether it was between Chelsea or Cheryl, because when they did go at Cheryl, it was really just all dark jokes. But then
Yeah.
Chelsea was getting hit about how she lived her lifestyle and not having no kids
Abortions.
because she swallowed them or whatever. Like it was nuts. I agree. I think Chelsea got it the worst, man. I think Chelsea got it the worst. And I think the only thing to me that was really below the belt was the George Floyd joke or whatever. But other than that, I don't think anything was off limits. To me, that was like battle rap.
Yeah. I think I liked it. I think Cheryl redeemed herself. I think Chelsea. I think they both held their own in the end because they did get a lot of. Nobody went after Regina Hall.
Gina.
No,
I don't know
nobody went
why.
after Regina.
And I think Regina probably would have been. She would have probably ready to throw hands in the back. Like
Hey,
she not ready for that.
Hey, when she did
But
her
her
part,
part
dog,
was-
that was crazy. I
Yeah,
wasn't
her shit
expecting
was
that from
funny,
her.
too.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah,
It was
but they
funny.
did. I watched it. I thought it was trying to be like too extravagant with the production. Uh, I think it was a lot of like Kevin Hart being like Kevin Hartish, man. Like I don't know. I didn't like it. It felt manufactured. It didn't really feel authentic, man. It felt like they tried to make it a big production and they did a lot of rehearsing
Got you. I
instead
feel
of
like the
just
most
letting
rehearsed
them
part
let it
was
go.
when Kev and The Rock went back and forth up until The Rock started talking about beating his wife's buns. But let's get into the topic though, man. Should rappers shut the fuck up and just rap? I do believe certain rappers should. It's certain rappers out here that are giving out information, and I do believe they need to just shut the fuck up and rap. Prime example, I'm gonna start off with Rick Ross. He's somebody that need to shut up and rap, and I say that because somebody brought to my attention that he had no business jumping into the Drake battle in the first place, right? And then I heard an interview of him talking about why he jumped in it, and I was like, that didn't have nothing to do with you either. Just keep making great music, because other than that, to me, Rick Ross is probably one of the best liars in the whole music industry of rappers.
Yeah.
Him, Game, and probably Jim Jones. They on the Mount Rushmore of best lying rappers to me. And no, let me throw Fat Joe in there too. So yeah, that's the Mount Rushmore. Rick Ross, Fat Joe, Jim Jones, Game. So yeah, I do believe that some rappers should just shut the fuck up and rap. Carly, you on the air?
Hey man, what up though? First and foremost, what up though, family?
What up,
How
G?
y'all doing?
What up, though?
Chilling, man. Hey, good looking on reminding me about that AV. It's dope. It's real nostalgic on that do or die tip,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it. I can't really speak much about the Chris Brown situation because I ain't heard the album, even though that's one of my favorite, singers nowadays. But once he went pop, I kind of got off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But yeah. And you opened when you was opening up, you said certain rappers need to yeah, like a Lil Yachty definitely need to shut the fuck up. And he don't even need to rap.
Thank
he just
you.
need to shut the fuck
Hit
up.
the claps.
He just need to straight shut the fuck up. Stop rapping even, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
But
hey,
you
hey,
know,
hey, I don't really give Aubrey much credit, but Aubrey actually sound dope rapping Lil Yachty's raps. but I don't understand why Yachty
It
don't
don't translate.
sound it don't like bust when he doing it, but Drake sound hella like he be going spitting Yachty shit. Like
I mean, that's
damn, like
Drake. Yeah, they for what they say, Drake just stole everybody's style that was hot. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
good at stealing people's style and shit, you know.
And
But nah,
perfecting it,
man.
yeah.
But yeah, I feel like sir, we got certain elder statesmen, man. You know what I'm saying? And we would have never told KRS One to just shut up and rap. You feel me?
Right.
And
well,
we got
cause
to give that respect to a lot of these
Hold on,
other
hold on. Let him finish.
elders.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Hold on. Let him go
No, I'm
ahead.
just saying.
Go ahead,
I
G.
think we. I like how you said it. Some should and some should shut up and rap. But man, people like a Nas, a Az, a Jay Z, the Nick, the Clips. Bro, these guys have lived life. They got more to talk about than rap. And I feel like I would do myself a disservice if I only listened to the raps and not some of their life experience. Because these guys some of them got 10 years on me.
Got you.
I can learn from them outside of the rap.
I hear you on that. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
That's
I
Yeah.
feel you. I feel you. But Krishna, and that's KRS One, he was
Right,
talking
right.
in a different time. It was a different time and it was a different message. Like when we were talking about Hove, no disrespect to Hove, but I don't think his blueprint is gonna work for us because we not at a time when keys is 13.5 stateside and ounces is 850. We not
Well, I'm
living
talking
in
about the
them times.
evolved Jay-Z. I'm talking about listen to this
It,
evolved person. You feel
well,
me?
well,
I'm not talking
the
about
problem
I'm
with
not talking about streets is
well,
watching Jay.
the problem with the evolved Jay Z is that we ain't on that level. And I think the real argument is bro kind of done lost touch because we're not at that level at all. Like
But if
we
we
would have to.
if you trying to get to that level, brother, then we would still
That's the
want to listen to
blueprint.
him, even though we might never get exactly where he's at. But if I want my
Exactly.
trajectory to be something like his, I should listen to him in these older years. You feel me? Because no, I'm not where he's at, but that don't mean I ain't striving to get there,
real.
or
That's
at least
Yeah,
walk that path. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
yeah,
Definitely get that.
yeah. I feel that it could be great motivation. That's cool,
Right, right.
but as far as the blueprint of it, it's you in different times. We in a whole different level here. It's not open like it used to be. We got to remember the streets in different levels here. You got before you eras. You got before the towers. You got after the towers, and then now you got after the cameras. So
Right, right.
all of that
Okay.
is kind of convoluted now. And a lot of people done touched on that, like Nip had to touch on that. Nip said this several times. That old game is from last century. We 26 years into the new century. So a lot of that
Let me ask you
blueprint.
this, brother. Let me ask
Go
you
ahead,
this.
go ahead, go ahead.
Now, take the streets out of it. Is there young guys you feel could learn from the way Jay Z is as a husband now versus when he was money over bitches gay? Do you think people can learn from that, or maybe even transform your thinking from money over bitches to, okay, I'm riding with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife riding this thing together. That's
Honestly,
why I say
to
that's
be
where I come from with the new Jay Z.
okay,
Take the
okay,
streets out because
okay,
we don't want our dudes in the streets no more anyway. We don't want
okay.
nobody
So
having to go
so
through that no
Okay.
more.
Okay. Let
all
let
right.
him answer.
So
G. Go ahead.
so I don't really. I hope this don't go and I hope this don't fly too high. But I think we all can get this. I think that goes to more of a sociological problem because if you're going to an entertainer to figure out how to be a man in your personal life, I think that there's a lot of other things wrong that you gonna have to get together before you even going and listening to a idol as you see what I mean? Like
No,
that
I get
don't
where you're
mean
going with
much.
it, brother. I definitely get where you're
Like
going.
that don't mean much. That don't mean much to me because I was raised by my father and my grandfather, and it was when I was 6 years old. It was you bored, get up under that car and fix them brakes. No, this is a socket wrench. You do that. You do this. You do that. So I always had an example. I always had good examples and bad examples because I guess you can say I was fortunate to have that. And a lot of people not fortunate to have that example to know who to be and who not to be. But that goes back to a more sociological problem. And this addresses something that Cameron addressed with Bill O'Reilly. Him and Dame Dash sat there with Bill O'Reilly and they said literally, hey, don't these kids have parents? So
Yeah,
at
yeah,
some
yeah.
at what point do we are we struggling as a people that we need to be looking around next to each other and not looking at a screen for an idol and trying to figure out how to get our life on track?
That's real.
I agree with that,
That's
brother.
real.
But and I just say the whole thing with it. A lot of these, like me and you, we had that, brother. Like I had my pops, my uncles. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to look, but I know there was a lot of guys that have looked at these guys for how to live their life. And that's all I'm saying. Yeah, it is sad that you would have to do that, but let's be real. That's where the drill rap comes from, trap rap. Let's be real. The drill rappers have raised kids in the absence of their father. Now it is a problem that it happened, but it does happen.
That's real.
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna
Okay,
get off and let
okay,
somebody
but
else call too,
We
bro.
appreciate you calling, bro.
as black men,
All right.
that's why we have that responsibility, that unspoken responsibility of reach one, each one, teach one. So
Exactly.
if you see your brother's collar is crooked, you go to your brother and you fix it and you don't say nothing.
That's it.
I I
That's
like
it.
to I like to think of this like, okay, I'm not gonna say Jay-Z has the blueprint for everybody, right? But there's various forms of architecture, right?
What's up, caller?
Various forms to
Hold on for a second. Go ahead, Mel.
it's various ways to build a house, right?
Uh-huh.
You don't have to build. We have colonial style, you have Victorian style, you have all these various ways of building a house to get into a specific destination or a desired outcome, right? So I'm not saying Jay Z is the only one with the blueprint, but let's not forget KRS One is not only speaking out on podcasts and interviews, he's also in college classrooms. Lupe Fiasco is a college professor. They are in there teaching hip hop. These are people who not shutting up and rapping. I'm going to go in these classrooms and also teach these people about hip hop, how to structure bars, how hip hop was a socio-economic outlet for people to say like, this is what we going through in the trenches. This is what our social life or our this is what it looks like outside of our window or outside of our front door. And this is how we used hip hop to overcome and or deal with our circumstances. So I'm not gonna say people should shut up and shut the fuck up and rap. I'm not gonna now Boosie, shut the fuck up and rap, please.
Thank you. I was just about to
All right,
ask you
and
who.
see, and you
We
make
don't
a
Hold
need
on.
no
valid
more
point. You
Hold
make
Boosie.
a
on. Wait.
valid
Wait. Wait.
point.
Hold
It's
on. Wait.
about
We got to. Hold on.
qualification.
Wait. We got a caller. Caller. What's up?
Oh no, I wanted y'all guys. Y'all was going in the direction I was headed because I'm sitting here thinking like, we come to these people as fans, but they are they are talking about their life and what they had to go through. We are only a part of that. We only really just see a part of that. Like we don't live exactly that life because we not exactly from that neighborhood. The trenches are built different. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And just because people are teaching classes or just because people are talking about what took them to the level, that's not going to take everybody to the level because you don't know how many doors was closed after them people got to that point. You don't know how much it took for them to get they toe in the door to hold the door open for them to be able to say, I got this far ahead. So when you put it like that, you can still listen to these people in college classes, but they know better than any other college professor. They know better than any other professor that'll tell you bullshit that have no bearing on your life once you get out of school. So it's
Yeah,
really
because
one of them
it's
things.
it's curriculum. Because
Yeah,
if you
like
in a college, it's a curriculum, so it got to be an approved curriculum by academia, and them people have already got the qualifications to even be in a school somewhere teaching to even do that. They had to get some type of emeritus or some type of level to be there to be qualified to do all of that teaching on something that's supposed to be on a college curriculum. It's a business.
right, exactly. So having said that, like the fact that it is a business, you still are on the outside looking in as a consumer because you trying to soak up that game, you trying to soak up that talk, and you trying to use that and apply it to your own personal life, but it's not going to possibly work for you that way. You got to sit there and even though they talk about how hard they grinded to get to where they at, you got to grind 10 times, 100 times harder because like Jack said earlier, we passed the towers going down. We passed the Iraq war. We passed so many things. We passed the pandemic where we all had to stay in the house for a whole year doing absolutely fucking nothing. So to be able to say shit still work the same and you can still make it in the same way that people made it 15, 20, 25, 30, even 40 and 50 years ago when people like LL and KRS-One was first coming out, to say you gonna make it that same way, you kind of stupid. Like I'm not even gonna hold you up. You kind of stupid to still think things work that they the same way that they work 40, 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, 1 year ago.
Yeah, I feel you on
Hey,
that. And
yesterday's price ain't today's price.
exactly. Appreciate you calling, my dog.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey, like,
who is some more rappers would y'all put on a list for somebody that just like Mel? You mentioned Boosie. I agree with you. He does just need to rap.
Shut the fuck up, Boosie. Please.
Who else would y'all put on the list? Jack, who you got in mind?
bro, all of them. Like y'all saying, the music is suffering. Everybody need to shut the fuck up and make some music. I don't care. I mean, listen, bro, we shaking the change cup for coins and fractions of coins. The day of the Geechee is over, boy. Like the nigga said in that movie. Yeah, you gotta work. Where's your body of work? Shut the fuck up and make your music, bro. The music is suffering. We need the music. Dog, like, okay, I didn't hear it. Mel is saying Buddy put out, and we talking about a great artist put out 27 tracks of nonsense. Dog,
Mediocrity
shut the fuck
at
up and
best.
make your music. Stop filling on bitches and go make some better songs. And he don't have to, but the music needs it. The
Right.
culture needs it. We ain't gonna have no look, bro. We can go back to just history. We start taking the art away, we no longer have a culture.
That's true.
We got to remember hip hop in this here is the very first time in human history where the culture was actually curated by the streets, by the people. Every other culture was passed down from the elites and sold to you. Everything else, entertainment was not for the common folk. You had to have money to go to the theater. You had to have money to be in the to hear the symphony. You if nothing else, you just heard hand claps and somebody playing on the banjo. Historically, no, we were not to be entertained because we were the common folk. Now hip hop was made from the streets. So
This is
now
why I
we
don't.
had a
This is why I don't respect the niggas that say fuck the streets. Cause if you gonna
bro.
say fuck the
I
streets,
don't
stop rapping.
stop rapping because that was birthed in the streets.
Yep.
I mean, come on, brother. That's why a lot of niggas need to shut the fuck up and rap because where's your music at? Where is your shit? Where is your representation of the culture at? Instead of all of this jumping online, running your fucking mouth about other niggas, and bro, it's really
And
getting on my
women.
fucking nerves. Dog, every time you look
Oh
up,
yeah.
listen, bro, you got a nigga, you got these niggas out here call themselves independent artists, right? They'll drop one fucking song, drop 30 fucking videos of them oiled up with their chest bare, gyrating, and not where's the rest of the music? And this is what everybody think they got to do. I swear they out here, they want to throw on their hot shot clothes and gay manners and be out here, hey, look at my chest. Nigga, where the song at?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
the
son.
music?
Hey, Mel. Hey, listen, dog. Some of the people that we like to listen to have turned into Instagram models, and I've
Oh
been
yeah, I
dog.
believe it.
If I ever met Fab in person, I'm gonna ask him where the fuck is the music, bro. What are you doing on a podcast? What are you doing?
Fab
I don't.
50. Fab's 50, man.
You
Well,
said
he's
shout out
not
to
50.
50.
Well, he's in his, no, Fab's in his, he in his mid 40s, man. I think people are trying to like transition out of rap for the very reasons that that we're speaking about. I mean, it's pretty much over. That old way, that way that they knew how to make music has been eliminated, and they're trying to find a way to pivot. But rappers, as far as rappers shutting the fuck up, I said Sexy Red, shut the fuck up. Uh, Boosie, shut the fuck up. Uh,
Rick Ross.
Young Thug, shut the fuck up. Ooh, shut the fuck
Oh,
up, Young
hold
Thug.
on, wait.
Anybody doing big bank interviews, shut the fuck up. Uh, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, bro, y'all, Young Thug killed his career because he wanted to come out and do an interview. You didn't see what Gunna did. Gunna came out and made music. He ain't did an interview since he been home.
No, he
I
hasn't.
he
He
did
shut
one
the fuck up
interview.
and rap.
He
Yep.
shut the fuck up, put his head down, got to the music, and got paid. And got
Hey,
paid.
this is what I said last time. Pay attention to Nas. We
Yeah.
are in some of the most historically, politically tumultuous times, and one of our most politically charged rappers that literally said George Bush killer till George Bush kills me ain't said a motherfucking thing. Shut the fuck up and rap.
Yep. Definitely. Bobby
I say
Tucker.
Thug talked his way out of a career.
Yeah, Bobby J Tucker said they putting out BS because the focus is trying to keep up with the culture, meaning they see social media popping, so everyone wants to be a commentator. That's true. I see everybody you could think of that raps starting a podcast, and ironically, we had this discussion last week on Pod Talk. How do you guys feel about rappers that are active rappers doing podcasts? I'm against it. So because I don't
I
think
don't
that,
guess it too.
yeah,
Like,
I'm like the only one that can do it right and well is two of them. It's Gilly and it's Joe, because they are retired rappers. Neither one of them are putting out music.
Hey,
So
hey, Simba, out the Bay Area. Bruh is actually doing podcasting, but he's an active rapper, but he's coming with it on the bars.
he's coming with it on the bars,
I
but
think
he's
he's
also
doing more of a
he's
live stream too.
yeah. Plus,
It's
yes,
not
you're
really a
right, Mel.
podcast.
He is doing a live stream, but what he's talking. This is why he's one of the rappers that can do it. He's not on there just talking about a bunch of bullshit and gossiping, pocket watching, and
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
No. He's talking about how failed the music industry is. A lot of the
Now
times
shout
when he
out to
going his
Sauce.
yeah. So he's doing great with it. He's one of the few though. It's not too many rappers that I could think of that are actively rapping that need to have a podcast right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
Sauce
don't
Walker
like.
doing it. Sauce Walker doing it pretty good.
But Sauce Walker, he almost out of here. And I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you that he needs to shut the fuck up too. But um, it's like listening to Draymond Green's or KD's podcast. I don't, or whoever else is playing basketball and doing a podcast while y'all in the middle of the season. Who the fuck does that? Why you ain't in the gym shooting
Hey,
baskets? Like, bro, the season ain't even
hey,
over and you got a podcast
Mel,
episode coming out? Shut
hey,
the fuck up. Like, what are you
Mel,
talking about?
Love you to death, bro. I ain't gonna stand for the sauce slander.
Now
He talking.
I like
Hey,
Sauce Walker's music,
hey,
but bro,
he talking his talk to a certain type of person.
I'm
Like
not talking about his music because I went to Houston and saw some huge down there. So
I mean,
I felt the
I mean,
presence of him down there.
it's a certain type of person in the demographic that
Yeah,
he's
but
giving game.
it's like
So
listening to Finesse
he
two
kind of
times
gotta
too.
he
Like
got
you
his
watching,
own lane with it.
Finesse two
like
times.
you
He
like
another one.
Finesse
They
two
did. He
times
another one. He's
music,
another
but
one. They need to shut the
shut
fuck
the
up and
fuck
rap
up. You
and
look
read.
crazy.
Shut the fuck up and read and
Damn,
rap.
damn.
Seriously.
Like, yeah, I'm sorry. That's a lot of motherfuckers
Hey, for
that can
real.
close y'all. Because y'all make, first of all, it's coonery, bro. Let's be honest. It's coonery. All y'all motherfuckers out here looking like coons. Y'all don't got no formal education. Y'all on these podcasts and y'all on doing these interviews, looking and talking crazy, not getting trapped up. They call y'all on these podcasts. Vlad call y'all motherfuckers over and over so he can get clicks.
Yes.
Nobody's watching a full Vlad interview. People know that. I'm going to make more money off of clipping these videos up and putting them and getting more views and likes off of these videos, off of these clips, than I am off of the full video. Nobody's watching a full conversation
Well, that's the
between
act,
Vlad
brother.
and Tony Yayo. I don't want to hear
Yep.
Tony Yayo talk about some bullshit. I don't care about none of this shit. Shut the
That's the
fuck
act,
up.
brother. But that's the
Yep.
show. That's the game. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it goes back to what I said about earlier about the Kevin Hart roast. The veil is coming off, nigga. It was the whole time it was made to make a lot of us look like buffoons in the first place.
it's
Yeah.
coonery, and that shit
It
pisses me
is what
off.
it. I mean, it's a part of it. I mean, we can't trash one side of. I mean, we can trash one side of it, but we gotta also be critical of the other side of it too. If we're gonna be critical of it, we gotta be critical of it all, and not just critical of just the buffoonery. We gotta be critical of what's being presented as not buffoonery, but still is buffoonery
Hmm.
to
Yeah.
an extent. Like I said, bro is a billionaire. Big homie a billionaire. All that game he got is not going to work for us regular folk. If we like us regular people, like when I say regular niggas, I say if you think you're gonna go to work, have a beer, come home, watch the game, and play the game, and you gonna have a weekend, you cooked out here.
Yeah. Cause ain't no
And
days
so
off. For
ain't no
real.
days off.
Ain't
Ain't
no
no
days off.
holidays. Ain't none of that.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Well,
I
listen,
think.
y'all. Go ahead, man. What you about to say?
No, I think we're in this era where we're all trying to figure this out. Like I can't lie. I'll be on YouTube. I just watched the interview with Jay Z and Warren Buffett when they did the interview for Forbes, and like I can appreciate the game. There's some stuff that it's like you could take and utilize in your life, but it's some stuff that you got. I think we have to use discernment, bro. We just have to realize what's for us and what's not for us. There's a lot of content out here. Content is king right now. So there's a lot of people putting a lot of stuff out. We just have to be more perceptive and use discernment and realize what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's a lot of things that I could take and I have implemented with crypto. I've listened to a lot of EYL, Earn Your Leisure, and taking a lot of game from people like that. And they, you know what I'm saying? They interview moguls. If they could get a Jay-Z interview, I'm sure they would. But Jay not playing by those rules. But those people that come on there, the Diddy interview, the Jermaine Dupri just did an interview on EYL, and it's a lot of game that you can take from it. And for the most part, I'm a storyteller. I love stories. So even if I'm just hearing like how Jermaine Dupri made Crisscross Stars, or how he made Jagged Edge one of the best remixes ever, or Drew Hill, I love the stories behind the music, so I could take those. But if you telling if you out here like Boosie said, I understand that people listen to my music and listen to what I'm saying, and they take it and they go out and they apply it to their life. So when I say don't snitch. Y'all shouldn't be snitching. So if you understand that you have that type of influence on people, why not try to give them some more positive things versus telling people not to snitch? Why do you tell them don't go out and do no crimes anyway? If you're
And,
gonna do a
and
crime,
exactly, and that's my problem right there. And we gotta get past this whole snitching thing. Snitching is for dudes, and this only goes on in the black community. I feel like snitching it only applies to dudes that are both equally in the damn streets. One of y'all got caught, or both of y'all, and then one of y'all snitch. The criminals snitches, not no fucking civilians. Okay, civilians, there is no snitching. They did what they were supposed to do as law-abiding citizens. The snitches are the people that are both committing crimes and one of them telling each other. That's a snitch. Please stop confusing the
Hey,
two.
I got one for you. Here's a hot take that don't nobody really want to talk about. Only person talked about this was Whack. And you know how everybody feel about Whack, but he was telling the truth. 6ix9ine, technically speaking, according to his race and their code, he didn't snitch because he's only a snitch if he tell on one of his own.
Yeah, I've
And
heard
that
that
goes
before.
for every other race as well. We are the only people who sit there and say that it's all snitching when no, it's not. I mean, technically speaking, every other organization says it's only snitching if you telling on your own.
That's real. I understand that. But look, y'all, we about to get up out of here. It's been a great show. Man, that was some real shit though. And I can't stand Whack, but he said something real. But yeah,
He
man,
was just an inkster not too long ago.
yeah, I saw that. But
well,
we about to get up out of here. Thank y'all for watching. Everybody in the comments, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the phone calls. Till next time, y'all. Indeed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talks with Todd.